Hey guys, welcome to Blazing Guitars, where we talk about worship, gear, music, guitar, and everything in between. My name is Blaze Nelson, and today I wanted to look at the concept of transposing and introduce keys in this video. So before we jump into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you. So let's jump into it. Let's say you show up to band practice, you have a new song that you're really excited about, and you printed out the chords. Start strumming a little bit and your singer turns to you and says, "This is way too high, I cannot sing this song." And you're just stuck. You put the song away and never touch it again. There's another way. So what you can do is, just like I was saying with the intervals, if you have not watched that video, go ahead and watch it now. But music follows patterns. And so if you can find the pattern, you can change the chords so that you can have the same sound, but it might be lower so that sing, or it might be higher so that it's their range better. There's a lot of worship artists that sing super high and have really high voices, and so it can be hard to bring it to a church congregation because they're just blown out of the water and are so uncomfortable with how high it is that they can't even sing it. So this is a great tip to learn and sets a foundation for other musical theory and musical traits. So I got the whiteboard again. We're going to jump into it. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the key of C because I think it lays it out the nicest and it allows you to see what we're doing. So we're going to go C, C sharp, E, E sharp, E, F, F sharp, E, E sharp, A sharp, E, back to your C. So the key of C, and actually this is all based around the major scale, right? So the C major scale is really easy because it's all the natural notes. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now if we wanted to look at that, you can actually figure out the intervals, right? So we have 1, that's a minor 2, major 2, minor 3, major 3, perfect 4, augmented 4, perfect 5, minor 6, major 6, minor 7, major 7, 1. Or you can look at steps, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay? And if you use that same formula, that's the formula, all the majors and all the perfects. And if you don't understand what this is, go back and watch my video on intervals, which is linked up above, and then come back and start at this point, okay? So you can use this formula to figure out all the notes of a key. And what this means is the key of C is C, E, E, F, E, D. Okay? So that means if a song is in the key of C, all of these notes, for the most part, jazz is the one exception. I used to joke about that with my students all the time. Jazz, anything I tell you, jazz is the exception. So for 99.5% of other music though, they're all going to follow a key or that rule. And that's why it's a thing. That's why it exists, right? Because if it was never used, then it wouldn't exist, but it is used all the time. Okay? And not only can you look at and just find out the notes, but each of these notes can be used to create chords, right? And each of these notes actually corresponds with a chord that you can play in the key of C. So for example, if I play C, E, G, and we're going to do a whole nother video on triads, but I just want to give you the basics of this. C, E, G is your major chord, right? D, F, A is your minor chord. So every single key, the root is always going to be a major chord, unless it's in a minor scale, but we'll talk about that. And then the second is always going to be a minor. And then if we pull that out, right? So E, D, E, a minor scale, F, or a minor chord, F, A, C is major, G, B, E is major, so G is major, A, C, E is a minor, A minor, and then diminished, that would be B, E, F, is what's called the diminished triad. But most music does not use diminished triad. Most worship music does not use diminished triads, so you don't really have to worry about it. I think it's important to know, but it's not necessary for you to get right now, especially if this is all new stuff to you. So if you want to pull that out, we have another formula here. We have 1, again, minors are usually written in lowercase, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, diminished. Back to your root. So if we use these two, so we have this one, right? This helps us find out our major scale. Then we have this one. and that helps us find out the chords in the major scale. So we're gonna look at another example in G and see how that plays out. So I'm gonna go ahead and write our key of C up here so that we can use this for reference. E. So then we know that this is a 1, major 2, major 3, perfect 4, augmented 4, nope, I'm sorry, perfect 5, and 6, 7, and that these also correspond to a major triad, a minor triad, minor, major, major. Okay, let's look at the key of G. So we're gonna go G, G sharp, my apologies, E sharp, A sharp, E sharp, E. So we look at, we need a 1, minor 2, major 2, minor 3, major 3, perfect 4, augmented 4, perfect 5, minor 6, major 6, minor 7, major 7, back to your 1. So if we pull out those notes, we have G, A, E, sharp, yep, F sharp diminished. Actually, not there yet. F sharp, and then your G. Okay. Now, those are the notes we play, and then if we apply this, we can figure out the chords. Let's say 1, minor, minor, major, major, minor, I was doing earlier, F sharp diminished, and then G. So let's take this and look at this as an example. So I'm going to play, let's say C, A minor, F. Grab my guitar. Here, so we have, and let's say it was just really high. It was like, I'm not going to sing, but imagine like you're playing this and your singer just cannot sing whatever the song is. Well, what you can do is you can transpose this back to the formula. So we know, right? So C is our 1, A is the 6, F is the 4, and then G is the 5. Now, let's say we wanted to take this to G. So we would go, okay, I need a 1, right? So a G, 6 is the E minor, 4 would be a C, 5 would be. Okay, I'm gonna play these two progressions back to back and see if they sound decently similar. Hopefully, very obvious. So let's start with C. So C, A minor, G. One more time, C, A minor, F, G. Now I'm gonna go G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D. So I hope you can hear that. They sound just, you could sing the same thing over it, you would just have to adjust your voice. So in band, that's super important to understand, because if your singer is struggling, or for whatever reason you can't play in a certain key, if you know this formula, you can change the notes and make it easier on yourself and the congregation to sing. And that's the basis of working together as a team. And in fact, in our team, we often don't even talk in specifics anymore. We just talk in these general notes. So I'll look at my piano player and say, what notes are you playing? And she'll say, I'm playing a 1, a 6, a 4, and a 5. And I know, if maybe I'm capoed up here or there could be something else going on, I know, okay, I just have to play the 1, 4, 5, 6 of whatever key I'm in. Okay, for the final part of this video, I want us to look at minor key. Just like the major key is based on the major scale, the minor key is based on the minor scale, and specifically the natural minor. There's a couple different minor scales. The one that most music uses is the natural minor scale. So let's look at A, for example. So we have A sharp, B, D, E sharp, sharp, F sharp, E sharp, A. Hopefully you see something that you'll recognize here, but the A minor scale, all the natural notes again. So that means A, B, D, A. which if you look, these are the exact same 7 notes as the key of C. So what's going on here? Well, A, what's called the relative minor of C, and C, relative major of A. If you take a chord, C, let's take the C. Go back to the C. So C, D, E, F, E, A, C, right? Let's go ahead and slap some chords on here. So we have D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, E diminished, C. Now because they're the same notes, that means that for each of these notes, they'll have the same relationship. So the chords actually directly mimic major scale. So if you see a minor, what you can do is you can figure out, okay, this is actually a minor third distance. So if you can figure out what the minor third of your minor scale is, that then can become your relative major scale. So A minor is the same as C. A minor is the same as G. And functionally, like as I said, 99% of music follows this rule. You can do some different things with the minor scale that help it feel a little bit more minor, because what can happen is that this can all kind of merge together, and so you're just playing a set of notes and it doesn't really have a minor or major feel, it's just a set of notes. But you can do some tricks to make it feel more minor or more major. But just this basic part, if you understand that minor keys have a relative major and major keys have a relative minor, you can easily transpose. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this all made sense. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.